If you're looking for the best PC soundbar, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Redragon GS560 Adiemus RGB desktop soundbar. Redragon is a good budget option for gamers who can't splash out the cash for the big brands. Given that you can pick up the Adiemus for well under $50, this seems like a warning sign. But it turns out that this is a decent soundbar if your expectations are adjusted accordingly. It offers built-in RGB audio sync that dynamically changes with the sound playing, making it an interesting choice for budget game streamers looking to spice up their stream's visuals. Also, you get analog and USB connections and 2 full range drivers totaling 4 W of power. This is not a soundbar that you'd want to use for immersive gaming or watching movies, but rather a good supplement to your gaming headset. It's perfect for watching YouTube videos. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Creative Stage 2.1 channel under monitor soundbar with subwoofer. Unlike the Katana speaker system reviewed further down, this Creative Labs soundbar and subwoofer combo don't bear the legendary Sound Blaster name. The good news is that Creative maintains its reputation as a quality audio hardware maker with the Stage 2.1 under monitor. At around the $100 mark, it's not exactly cheap. Still, it's in a comfortable position for budget-conscious users who want to save desk space but substantially improve their audio quality, at least compared to integrated or bundled speakers. This is a 2.1 system with only 2 drivers in the soundbar and then the subwoofer. Creative has tuned these drivers to provide a good balance between high and mid-range audio. It has input options that include HDMI ARC input from a TV, USB MP3, optical in, standard 3.5mm analog, and Bluetooth. That's an incredible value at this price point. Best of all, this unit is wall mountable, giving you many options for both connection and placement. The number 3 position is held by Razer Leviathan. The Razer Leviathan gets around the general issue of weak bass in soundbars by, well, cheating. It has a separate dedicated subwoofer that goes on the floor, preferably somewhere it won't get in the way. This somewhat defeats the minimalist elegance of a soundbar. But at least when it comes to your desktop arrangement, you're getting the same space-saving design. The Leviathan accepts a 5.1 surround signal and then reproduces it as a virtual surround sound experience using the 4 directional drivers in the desktop unit. It supports Dolby Digital, Virtual Speaker, and Pro Logic Roman 2, and can work with a PC, console, or television. Still, we wouldn't recommend using it for anything but a PC since apparently it doesn't have essential features such as auto power on when you switch on your TV or console. Since we're reviewing this as a PC soundbar, that's not too important. And given the very competitive price here, it's a lot of loud bang for your buck. Next at number 4, we have BlasterX Katana. It's wonderful to see the Sound Blaster name still doing the rounds, since integrated sound cards became the norm. Creative Labs' star has dimmed somewhat. These days, they make discreet, high-end sound cards and quality speaker systems like this Katana. Just like the Razer Leviathan, the Katana X is an external subwoofer that should go on your floor, but the flat slimline soundbar itself contains 5 drivers, one more than the Leviathan. This makes it a more generally rounded audio product that doesn't have such a strict gaming focus. So if you're looking for something that will do well for music and movies in addition to games, this is the better choice. It's about 30% more expensive than the Leviathan, although if you're patient, you can pick one up at a decent discount. The Katana also offers a great selection of inputs, including low-latency Bluetooth, USB, and optical cable. Then, it has onboard sound processing hardware that benefits from decades of Creative's audio engineering experience, and that's worth the price premium by itself. The number 5 position is held by Yamaha SRS20, a compact soundbar. The Yamaha SRS20 doesn't have the snappiest name, but Yamaha has a peerless reputation for audio engineering. The SRS20 is promoted as a compact TV soundbar, but Yamaha also shows off their soundbar nestled within PC gaming setups. Thanks to an analog input, you can use this soundbar with any computer that will take external speakers or headphones, so it's definitely eligible. The soundbar is 23.5/8 inches wide, which means it should go well with most larger monitors. but maybe a little wide for smaller setups. With a built-in subwoofer and passive radiators to boost the low end of the range, this is an excellent option for those looking for a soundbar that's got decent bass but doesn't want to have a whole separate unit on their floors. But don't expect room-shaking bass. Instead, you'll get a well-rounded full-range sound, rather than the thin, toppy sound of soundbars with only full-range drivers and no separate bass hardware. Another pleasant surprise is that you can use optical inputs in addition to standard analog audio. PC users with optical outputs may find that this makes better quality audio with less interference possible. The number 6 position is dominated by Panasonic SoundSlayer gaming soundbar. Usually, products marketed at gamers as the SoundSlayer end up being less than impressive. However, the Panasonic SoundSlayer is worth a look at this price, considering that it has built-in subwoofers, supports Dolby Atmos virtual surround sound, and has multiple profiles tuned specifically for various game genres. In addition to Atmos, this soundbar also supports DTS-X and DTS-X virtual surround. The main downside to this soundbar as a PC device is that you are limited to either optical input or HDMI pass-through. Panasonic says their 4K HDR pass-through is lossless, but there's always the outside chance that some issue can arise passing your GPU signal through to the monitor. This is why we think having a standard analog input is a good idea as a fallback. We doubt anyone will have issues in practice, but it's a point worth keeping in mind. The SoundSlayer comes with remote control and Bluetooth connectivity, so if you want to take a break from gaming and listen to music from your phone, it's as easy as clicking a button. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Soleon R30. If you're a student or a laptop user with an entry-level system, the onboard speakers are probably not very loud and don't sound very good. Sadly, when it comes to built-in laptop speakers, you need to buy quite an expensive laptop before you think of actually using the built-in sound. Thankfully, you can upgrade your basic laptop sound to something much better with the Soleon R30. It's USB powered, so you don't have to worry about plugging it in. Thanks to 2 full-range drivers, it will almost certainly provide much better sound than your laptop can produce. If you don't mind throwing this small soundbar into your backpack with your laptop, it can easily travel with you. Alternatively, if you only want to use it at home, when you put your laptop on a table, it's small enough to stow almost anywhere. It's also a decent little speaker to add audio to a monitor with USB ports and a headphone jack. The number 8 position is held by LG Ultragear GP9. This soundbar may be a little too expensive for what you get, but it's a good soundbar in its own right, especially if you're a gamer who likes to attend LAN parties or has a gaming laptop and likes to play while traveling. If at all possible, this is worth adding to a wish list and waiting for a price drop during big annual sales such as Black Friday. If you're already rocking gaming gear with the same aesthetic as LG Ultragear products, you'll love the color and lighting style of the GP9. It's also solidly built for transport and has several gaming-specific features that make it more attractive for gamers in particular. This is not a soundbar for those who want to consume music or movies, but a tool to improve your gaming experience. This soundbar has a built-in microphone so you can engage in voice chat while you play. Based on what users of the speaker have said, this microphone is pretty good at picking up the player's voice, but the actual quality is just okay. Connect your headphones to the port, and you'll get a hiss-free amplified signal with a virtual 7.1 surround. If the price were a little lower, this would be easy to recommend to serious gamers as a whole. But if the price doesn't matter to you, and you're all about that PC gamer life wherever you go, the GP9 is a good choice. Next at number 9, we have Dell Stereo Soundbar. It's the stereo soundbar from Dell, the PC manufacturer who supposedly knows what you want in a home computing station. One thing is clear. Dell has made an extra effort to make this soundbar unobtrusive. It comes with a mount that will enable it to clip onto the stand of most desktop monitors, though it can also sit right on your desktop. At 1.5 x 1.9 in profile, it's ultra-thin, almost too thin. Makes me feel like it would be easy to break if I ever used it as a baseball bat, so I won't. That said, it's one of the best easy-to-mount PC soundbars you can buy. Just like the Soleon, this Dell bar connects to your PC, or TV, or phone by USB and a 3.5mm jack. Unfortunately, the USB plug provided is only about 12 long, which is ridiculous unless you have a desktop USB port already. Otherwise, it likely won't reach to your tower. You won't find any gimmicky color-changing LED. Instead, this soundbar has a built-in mic. You can take calls and group meetings on it and be heard clearly enough. As for your end, speech sounds are clear enough, and gaming sounds fine, I guess. But for movies or music, you're not in the right price range yet. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Bluedee Dynamic RGB soundbar. If we sneak up in price to around the $50 mark, are we going to get a much better soundbar? With the Dynamic RGB soundbar by Bluedee, we might just try. For the first time, we're looking at a PC soundbar with Bluetooth connectivity, which makes this a somewhat more versatile machine. While you can connect to a computer or TV via USB and a phone or tablet through 3.5mm AUX, you also get Bluetooth 5.0 here. And that means you can leave the speaker in place and connect to it from your devices around the room easily enough. However, there's still no battery in the soundbar, and that means it needs to be plugged into a charger at all times. So we have a bit more convenience here, at least $10 worth. You're also getting something a bit better here. No, there's no booming bass, but there is bass, and that's a step in the right direction. Each of the left and right channels uses dual drivers for a wider sound range. That's all for today. We upload tech product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.